You're right that towards the end of former President Chen's administration, there were some, it was a very rough period in our relations with the United States. And in recent years, the U.S. has welcomed the reduction of tension across the Taiwan Strait. I have to say that from most Taiwanese people, everyone would welcome a reduction of tension and more stability across the Taiwan Strait. So any political leader in Taiwan will have to respond to that need for stability, that we don't want external relations or problems or tensions to affect or to become a factor, unpredictable factor in our domestic politics. And that's why we're not making this a major campaign issue. We are focusing on the immediate needs of the people this time. Is there an indication from Washington? You know, Washington continues to express a support for policies that reduce tension across the Taiwan Strait. What we need to do is to rebuild the confidence that was breached towards the end of our previous administration, to rebuild the confidence with Washington that the DPP is a political party that is willing and able to maintain stability across the Taiwan Strait and to deal with China in a pragmatic and responsible way. And that would certainly require also the Chinese to respond to the DPP also in a pragmatic and responsible way. And for the Chinese to see the DPP as a party that is, and that sooner or later will be back and does represent a significant portion of the Taiwanese people and the sentiments of the people of Taiwan. But I think the reality in Taiwan is that most Taiwanese people are, you know, there are different definitions of what the status quo is, but I think my interpretation of what the Taiwanese people are comfortable with is a status quo that sees Taiwan as the reality is that we are already a de facto independent country, and we want international recognition. We want to engage with the world as such. We don't want to be subjugated. We want to preserve our way of living. We want to preserve our democracy and our way of life. But at the same time, we do not want to be antagonistic towards China. We do not want tensions with China. We want peaceful relations with China. And there are indeed a number of common interests that we have with China that we are willing to characterize in the same language that the Chinese use as 和平发展 or peaceful development. That is a common interest that we share across the Taiwan Strait. And so we have characterized our own policy as 和而不同 or 和而求同. It's actually an attitude. By policy, we refer to what are we going to do about direct flights or ECFA or opening up certain sectors to China or not. But what we need to lay down in terms of rebuilding confidence is the attitude in which we will engage or deal with China. And I think that's what the Americans or what Washington also expects of us. That is,